Hi, this is Kerry with Cash Morgan Horses. Here with a hidden treasure that hopefully you can use in your cache of knowledge and information that can help you be safe with your horses. I have Tiankum here, a yearling Lippet Morgan. What I'm going to do is demonstrate using Scotch Hobble. What it is, this is I think a 25-foot cotton rope. You want to use cotton so that you don't rope burn the horse. A lot of times you'll see horses down here around their hocks that have rope burns on them. It's using these too aggressively. But what I want to do is I want to swing this around his neck. Research how to tie a bowline, because you don't want this a slip knot or anything. You don't want to choke them. So I'm going to tie a bowline here that won't slip, that won't get any tighter around his neck. Once I have this bowline on him, there's a few different things I can do with this rope. The first one is if a horse tends to kick, you've got to be safe, but get this down around. I go from the inside. You can go around the inside or around the outside and come up the inside. I go from the inside and around. You can put that around their hock. And then you can work on getting them to pick up their feet. So you can just lightly pull that until he gives his foot. And then you can put it back. You don't have to have this rope tied, but you can pull up his foot. You can bring this through the loop up here, and then when I pull this up,
is that behind the bowline or is that actually through the knot?
It's through the loop, through the
knot. Oh, okay.
As I pull this up, pick this up, I can actually pull a quick loop in that and have it tied so that he has to stand with it up. What this does is this teaches him that he can balance on 3 legs. When you're back there shoeing a horse, they've got to do this for 5 minutes at a time comfortably so that you can get 5 minutes of work done at a time back underneath while you're underneath him. This gives them that time that they have to balance. I don't want to get him to move a lot, but I'm going to nudge him a little bit and teach him. He's already spread out his front feet for balance. Just kind of teach him not to fight it, and that he can balance. To undo it, you just pull the end and you can let him back down. Another thing I like to do, I might have to tie him up for this one, but a lot of times if a horse likes to kick, I'm going to move his foot back again. They'll sit down there. If they like to kick, it's because they don't like things around their back legs. That's where a lot of predator animals attack them. If I can sit here and get him used to something back there on his back leg and not kicking. If a horse that does kick a lot, some of them will kick pretty fierce to get that rope away from that back leg. I'm going to see if he'll stand there. Another thing I do is I come back here. Sometimes I have to have him tied up for this, but then I can work around back here and I'm safe. I'm out of his kicking zone. This is why I like a 25-foot rope or so. Gets used to stuff hitting his belly. A rope swinging around him. Just let him work. Give him something to think about. I can come around this other side and catch his offside leg. And I can work with that same thing on the other leg. I can take this rope out. Easy, buddy. I can flip it all on the other side of him. I cannot do all the same stuff on this side. What they learn on one side doesn't mean they remember that for the other side. But if he's going to stay a stallion, you want him to be manageable, comfortable with all situations. You want him to be able to keep his focus on people, realize people aren't the enemy, they're not going to hurt him, and keep his mind in a good stable place so that they're safe for you and you're safe around them. Once he's got that down as a shoer, what I'll do is I'll work on him stretching him out. Bringing the foot forward doesn't mean he'll stretch out comfortable either. So I stretch him out, make sure that he knows that he can still balance whether his foot's pulled up forward or stretched out back. And at this point, when it's time to put shoes on him, other than the vibration of the hammer, pat tap and stuff like that, he should be ready to go for a set of shoes. So that's another, at least a year away.